Hey guys, here's a video about what to do if you can't recruit. So that's usually one of the biggest thing, right? When you're trying to make a business online, kind of move yourself online to make any kind of income. And chances are, if you're brand new to just online, that's the scariest thing. It's like, okay, now I got to go recruit, right? You found a company that's exciting, doing some great stuff that you like, and now it's like, okay, how do I get people into this? Now, when I started, it's a quick story. When I started back a while, right, I had that fear of how do I recruit? And part of that fear of how do I recruit was I didn't know how to do anything. It's like, well, how am I supposed to do this? The weird thing though is back in the day when I started, it was easier to recruit people. You could just send out a link, and if enough people saw it, right, and they saw your link, they click on it, they join, and that was it because the internet was so new in terms of just the online space of marketing. But now with the internet getting so sophisticated, you can't recruit anymore by just posting a link. Posting a link out there, people just bypass it, right? And they go to YouTube, they do some research, they look at things, and next thing you know, they're joining with your competition because they found your competition, and your competition seem like they're giving them more information. So you're probably going, well, how do I compete with these big gurus or these people who just seem to have some great influence to actually have people join with me? And the way to get around that, because I actually fell in that trap myself. I couldn't recruit. I had no skills. I had no clout. I had nothing. And I'm going, how do I'm going to compete with all these people who have influence and all this other stuff? So what ended up happening is I tend to join businesses that were passive income. Those you put money into it and you want other people to kind of do something with that money and then give you a return on it. So those are the programs I was attracted to because I couldn't recruit. The weirdest thing though is I was losing left, right, and center in businesses like that. They used to call them high yield investment programs back then. Every time I saw one, it's like, okay, this one's going to be good enough that, I put my money in, get some money out, and that was going to be my ticket. And then once I made it big, then of course people want to join with me, right? So that was my thought process to all of this. And it didn't work out like that. Fast forward to, me joining those kind of, under the radar kind of things that was definitely, wow, a waste of time. I graduated up to different kind of programs where bigger programs were advertising that they could definitely handle the marketing for me. And I gravitated to some programs like that because it's like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make any pages. And worse than that, I didn't want to pay for any of the software. I didn't want to pay for no Get Response or Aweber. It's like those are costing, $50 a month every month. And it's like, I don't like that. So I wouldn't get those softwares to even learn what to do. So I would turn money over to different people, companies to try and have them do my marketing in a sense and use it, and somehow I could make money through that process. As you realize, it it just doesn't work, and it probably isn't working for you. You're jumping into all these probably crypto deals, right? That comes out that allows you to make 1%, 2%, right, every day, and they're gonna compound your stuff, and it's like that seems really exciting. And it does. I mean, that's the easy way to make money, right? You don't have to do anything. You could make a bit of money through it. And some people have. The problem is it's not sustainable. We have seen a lot of these programs just pop up and attract all the people who can't recruit, right? People like you and I who struggle with the recruiting thing going, you know what, I don't want to talk to no one else. I'm tired of going to people. They're not joining me. They're not looking at my stuff. I don't know what to do. And this company's gonna, pay me X amount of percent every month, every week, whatever it might be. So those are attractive. So no doubt they are. The thing is they suck us in and then they disappear. And then another one pops up, and then we have the hope that, you know what, this one is different. For sure it's different, right? We shouldn't cast our doubts on a new program just because we've been burnt. And so we go into that premise that, you know what, this one is different, and so I'm going to try this one. And then that one crash and burn. And we're like, well, this one is different. And then the company, of course, they're coming up saying, well, I'm different. And they might be. But you know what? The end result of what's been happening to us, if you've been into enough times, you realize, you know what? They all look good and they might last for a while. But the thing that we could count on is that we don't know when they might actually tank. And if we're banking our income on something unknown, have it proven in the industry that, what, this is not, this is unknown. The sustainability of it is unknown. So true enough, you might make some money out of it, but can you sustain your lifestyle on it? And if you're going for lifestyle income where you could actually quit your job and have this come month after month, you don't want the uncertainty of, well, will this last to keep me going, especially if you have no recruiting skills to fall back on to actually do any other business. So these passive income business definitely scary in the sense that it could give you a false sense that you could actually make some money, and then it could really dash your hopes when it doesn't work out and you've lost thousands. Now, some of these things also, if you're looking to invest in them, right, you have to start with a price point of what you can afford and afford to lose. So if you could only put $50 into it, you could only put $50 in, right? But if you put $50 in it, how long is it going to take you to make some money that you could actually do anything with, right? So chances are you have to think bigger and say, okay, I'm going to put maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000, maybe 5,000. So now you're stretching yourself to say, you know what, if I put more in, I can make more quickly and I could pull it out and I'll be good. And so you play the odds almost like the lottery or gambling. And it's like you hate to have that feeling. So then when you lose, it really is devastating. It truly is devastating. And I've been there. I've totally been there because I'm not the person that likes to recruit. Just like you, I'm, the introverted person, right? And you're like, you do videos. I know, yeah, but I'm still introverted. I don't like that process of recruiting because it always feels like, you know what, the programs that you get into, someone ends up losing so you could win, right? Some of these even gifting things you get in, right? You get in, you gift someone, right? And then someone has to gift you. Chances are that person, and you get to know them, you realize they're struggling worse than you are. And now here it is, they're going to gift you somebody, you're like, oh my God, I just took this person's last, whatever it might be, right? They're really struggling. Now, how am I going to help them to recoup their cost or their funds back so we could all feel good? And you don't even know how to help them. So how do you recruit, right? I mean, you don't know how. The best way to do it is to focus on getting a skill that someone would like. Someone would be attracted to want to join with you because you have that skill. Then you have an edge up that someone actually appreciates wanting to be a part of your team. Because if you don't have anything to offer them, right? Or anything else, I won't say anything to offer them, but you can't make an attractive offer to them of why they should join with you. You're going to get some people who are going to join, right? Because they see a link. They don't need you, right, as a person to guide them and be in leadership to help them do anything. They're just like, oh, this opportunity is cool. I'm going to make this opportunity work because I know what I'm doing and I can make it work. So chances are most people are banking on, oh my goodness, I want to find a person like that don't need me. I just want to put my link, find that person who knows what to do and market and get all these people, and then I'll be set. Not quite so, right? You might get one or two, rarely, that might just join from your link. You don't even know who they are, right? Most of the folks we're marketing to are people like us. And we're all looking for people to help guide us to market, get leads, advertise, sign people up. So we are all marketing to ourselves who don't know how to market. So we attract people who are looking, well, oh, this person know how to do that. So they join with this person. But guess what? You join with that person, whoever it might be, and you can't do what they do, right? And you don't get the help sometimes. So you're in the same problem. You were starting over again, trying to find the right person who's going to help you do this. You don't get the help. And now you're in this cycle up. It's years and years you've been online and not making any money. So you cut through this process of how do I recruit and say, you know what? It has to start with me. I have to learn some skill that someone wants to see value in me. They want to partner with me because now it's becoming, they don't join with you anymore. You're getting people to partner with you. That's what this internet thing is all about these days. It's all about the partnership. And you partner with people of like mind, people who see the same vision you see, who kind of wants the same thing and wants to do it the same way you want to do it. Because a lot of people could do businesses online, right? And they're cutthroat. It's like, you know what? I get this person in. Okay, that one's done. That sale is done. Let me move on. You want to find someone that you could partner with who, in a sense, could help you get to a point where you then become comfortable in the process of doing some things that then you could go help someone else. Because the name of the game is someone helps you, you help someone else. So that's why I like businesses that focus on a cooperative kind of structure, right? We're both mutually helping someone because I want to feel good when I go to bed. You know what? I helped someone, someone helped me. It became a monetary kind of thing, but they helped me and I helped them. So that's why throughout the entire process of what I've been doing online, I definitely love to focus on the idea of doing team builds and having us mutually, you know what, center around the same things that we want to do, as opposed to, oh, I'm making money, but you come in, you might not make any, and I don't know what to tell you to go do it. And then you have everyone failing, going in the circle, yo-yo. You have people joining 10, 20 different businesses to hope that maybe one pops off or they get a $10 bill here, a $10 million bill here. And it becomes, none of that is sustainable. Making $10, $50 here in this program because you jumped in quicker than the other person, someone fell behind you, and now you just made a couple bucks. It's like, it's nice, but we know, especially as we get a certain age, that's not going to do it. It's not going to cut the bills. It might makes us feel good to say, oh my goodness, I made a couple bucks today. But we know that that's not enough income and predictable income to actually sustain any kind of lifestyle that we have. So if you're looking to recruit or trying to figure out how do I recruit people, best thing you could do is learn a skill, any kind of skill that you feel comfortable that you want to learn. So whether it be creating lead capture pages, right? Learning how to market on some special sites, like using traffic exchange. If you're a master at using traffic exchanges, maybe you're a master at, Facebook, kind of those kind of advertising, TikTok, Instagram, or having something that you just kind of know what to do, right? In the marketing space. And then you attach it with the business that you're doing. So if you're doing a network marketing business, you know what, you have some skills, you kind of advertise that business, but show people that, you know what, I have some skill sets around this kind of thing that if you're partnering with me, guess what, I can help you do something in it. Whether it be marketing, showing, creating pages and say, hey, this is the page I use to market that's different from the rest of the community, so we can stand out or brand ourselves. I know how to do videos. I know how to edit, any kind of skill that when you definitely put yourself out there, you're marketing your business, people say, you know what, I'd love to learn that skill, and this person have it, and they have this business attached that they're doing. That'd be a perfect match. All right. So here's what I did. I actually created a training series, a training session, actually. I did a free webinar for a group of folks to show them how to create funnels, and went through the entire process of creating funnels and literally created funnels, a done for you funnel that you could actually use for yourself right now, duplicate it and start using it. And it becomes branded to you. So it's nothing that I plastered myself on and you have to do it. You definitely get it to use it in your own business. So if you want that funnel, I'm going to put that in the description box. So you could actually go to that webinar, learn that funnel technique, actually copy the funnel, and literally I give you a funnel that you could use, so you could use it now, but also learn how to create your own as well. In addition to that, like I mentioned to you, I love doing businesses that are team build because it's a win-win. And when we all win, right? You're happy as heck, I'm happy. And that's what I see to be the sweet point of all this. When you're happy at this process, you do amazing things. You weren't the person who wanted to be, you're introverted, but when you're happy in the process of what you're doing, that's when you begin to come out and be creative in that space, and people really begin to see you shine and know that you're talented beyond what they thought, oh, you can't recruit. So your recruiting abilities become stronger because you're having some success at something. And that's what you want. You want to start having some success at something. You want to start having some wins. When you start having little wins, you could do a little bit more, a little bit more. People start seeing what you're doing. They're taking stock of what you're doing because guess what? You've been in the trenches. You've lost. So when you create anything, you're creating in response to a need in this marketplace. That, you know what, we've all suffered some kind of disappointment, loss, whatever it might be. And that's what you're reacting to, that you're creating something to address that. Recruiting begins with you. You figuring out and actually recognizing that you need to know a skill. You need to develop some sort of skill so you can gain some confidence in this process, gain some belief in yourself to say, you know what, I'm worthy of something. I'm not some just Yahoo who knows nothing. I have some value in this space that someone would want to partner with me. I'm just not a link slinger that just go post a link and hope that someone just clicks on it and just joins the business. So once you get that and you realize, okay, I need to change how I'm doing this, then you begin to say, you know what, now I'm patient enough to maybe learn how to do a lead capture page. I don't want to do one, that's true. But you begin to say, okay, I'm just going to do it because you know what, that's part of the process. And then through that process, you begin to realize what you like to do in this marketing space. And now you don't have to feel like a piece of paper in the wind, just being blown around way, right? Everyone tells you do this, do that, and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. Which one should I do? Then you begin to feel confident that, you know what, my skill set is more in alignment with this or with this, as opposed to you listen to everyone tell you what to do, and it frustrates you because now it's like nothing is working. And that's because you haven't really given it any earnest in figuring out what you should really be doing. So I'm going to put the webinar information in the link. Definitely check it out to see if, and actually it's a part of the process online. You got to know how to create lead capture pages or have some kind of system that disseminates information out there. And that's the gateway of how you start. So you know what? Start with the gateway small. I show you that webinar, how to create your own funnels, and actually give you a temp funnel you can start using now. In addition to that, I'm part of a team build, and it's called, you'll see it on the next page, a professional team build. And that professional team build is really geared toward people, you know what, been in the industry for a while, who've been struggling, who've lost a lot of money and going, I don't know what to do. And realizing, truly realizing that they can't do this by themselves. I realized that for myself, that I truly cannot do everything online by myself. I could try and be, the best YouTube person, funnel builder, presenter, creator of banners, and these are all things that I've done in the past, right? But you need some people around you that you're able to bounce ideas off and who actually partner with you to get a job done. Because you see, when you go to work, you're not the only one there. There's too much work to get done in a 24-hour period to think that you could handle it all. True enough, you could do all those jobs, no doubt that you could. The thing is, you can't get that job accomplished in the time frame it needs to be accomplished if you had to do it all yourself. So what I like to do is partner with people in business to, in a sense, get that money problem done. The money problem being no one's making any money. If you're not making the money online, it's still a problem that you're trying to solve, right? You got debt, got family issues, right? The bills are stacking up. You have no retirement set aside. You know that things are coming down the pipeline emergency-wise that you are just not prepared for, right? At any moment, something catastrophe could happen and everything that you've worked for could be gone and you have, nothing to fall back on. So because I understand and I've been in that pressure cooker sense where, things weren't going on. I'm in that state like, I got to make some serious money. No, I can't make pennies anymore. So that's why I'm banding with people who have that sense that, you know what, for us, if you're in a certain age bracket, right, you're over 25, right, life ain't going backwards, it's going forward, and you realize, you know what, the young man's game where you could work crazy hours, right? You remember back in the day, you used to work like, God, back to back, like overtime, double time. You go in on the weekends, you do all that stuff, and it was fun. And you're looking at your bankroll and say, man, that's a lot of money. No, it's just hard to do that, to work 24/7, not seeing your family, being away, being missing, then coming home, things are just not right at home, right? Tensions, things aren't taken care of financially. Because you're working crazy hours doesn't mean, right, the money is making it any better in terms of you have the high income to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of. So it's a cycle of we're not getting any further. So I like the concept of working cooperatively with people because together we could do a lot more than someone singly trying to go, trying to make it on their own. Because we've been doing that. People have been doing that for so long and still haven't progressed anything. Now, I literally, recently partner with a company that is I'm just blown away. When you're seeing millionaire status people, right? Not one, not two, not three, right? Not four, not even five, more than that. Serial number of people making millions, have made millions in their careers. And they're flocking to a company. And you're going, you know what? You're looking at an opportunity and it's like, why are everyone that have made couple millions, right, here in this opportunity? I'm sitting back, I'm looking, and I'm hearing all the people that are going, being announced and everything. It's like, why are they all here? People have made millions in an industry doing something in the same business that I'm in, and I'm going, wow. And then you see the vision of what it is and the context and how it's done, and then it becomes a double wow. That a company could be, in a sense, in a space that literally is designed for everyone to win. That there's no, in a sense, part of the business that say a person who can't recruit is going to fail. It doesn't say a person who doesn't have status is going to fail. This is just a bare bone. A person who sees it, partakes in it, could definitely make some, my goodness, astronomical amount of money. So when you get to a point where you realize you can't do everything online, right? You just can't do everything. There's different programs, $10, $5 here, and you have to make a strategic decision. Okay, I got to do something, right? But I got to make it worth my while, because I could do all these things. But at the end of the day, how much money can I generate, and how simple is it for me to do it? Because we know the recruiting problem is always going to be there. So how do we want to tackle this problem? We want to go alone and try and do it like how the gurus say you should do it. You know what? Make a list of 100 people and talk to your entire family and friends. Go stand in the supermarket and try and have conversations with people just to get them in. Or, you know what? People like us decide to just band together, get something done. We all know what we're shooting for. We all just trying to make money at this. And if a company provides an environment that definitely supports and rewards people working together, as opposed to people trying to climb on top of their head to get the ranking in the company, right? I'm going to rank to a diamond, right? A platinum something. So if you need to rank in any company, that means you need to be above, right? It's an above status thing. It's like work like crazy and you get a rank, and then you get more. If you don't work like crazy because you can't recruit like the other people do, then you don't get anything. Or you become part of a cooperative structure that says, you know what, we're going to all win together. It's just a matter of you deciding for yourself that you think it's important enough for you to learn a process of how to, you know what, maybe introducing someone to a platform, right? Any company, just introducing someone. But it doesn't have to be where you have to be the super recruiter. And especially if you have a team that helps you do it. And that's where I come in. I like the idea of the team approach, that together we could do something big. But by yourself, guess what? You're going to do pennies. And then it becomes another year, another 2 years. And then you're in a program that's, you know what, give someone your money and have them try and make you a couple, $1,000, right? The idea that you could generate 30,000, maybe even 20,000, but you got to leave your money with someone. They're going to give you 1%, 2% every day. And you got to leave it there to be compounded. And hopefully, if you map it out right in the next 6 to 12 months, hopefully you make the income that you want. But the thing is, you never know if you're able to pull it out. And that's where it becomes scary. That it's not guaranteed that if you're doing some of these businesses, that the money you've invested in them, these passive income things, are going to be there to actually give you the income that you want. So I'm leaving the webinar in the chat, so I'm leaving the webinar in the description box so you can actually check it out and actually learn a new skill. But if you want to partner with me on a project that is truly designed for people to win together, as opposed to, you know what, you go doing it yourself. Not something passive, no investment thing, no craziness of you putting out extra enormous amount of money, right? To try and generate an income online that you know you don't have the skill at this point to go recruiting the amount of people you need to recruit. But in this project, it's a project where corporate economics is what will fuel all of us to make a boatload of money. In this project, this is the kind of project that it's not too big enough for everyone. You can't have any amount of success that if you look at this project, that you won't believe without a shadow of a doubt that this is the project that if you're looking for generational wealth, that this would be the project to actually definitely seriously look at. So in the past, you've seen me post Team Build. If you want information to learn what we are doing, that people are getting excited about, where I'm telling you about these 6-figure income earners, these 7-figure income earners that this project is attracting, then fill out the form or the Team Build form and send it in so that I can get you some information for you to check it out. And then you can see for yourself. Because once you see it, I'm going to almost guarantee you that you're going to be going, oh yes, this is what I've been waiting for my entire career online, with the prospect that, you know what, I'm not the greatest recruiter, but you know what, you're not the worst either. The problem is no company has allowed us really for us to put in the effort that we did and reward us any substantial amount of money. And we've always been looking for the idea that, you know what, you just don't want to make money by stepping on people. You want all of us to make money equally and to gain some confidence in this industry to say that, you know what, if I could do this and make this kind of money, I'll have so much fire in me. I remember when I thought, you know what, if I could just make a little bit of money, man, I'd be so excited. I'm going to tell everyone about this business. But the thing is, I never made any money, so I couldn't get excited. So it's a catch-22. If you don't make any money, you can't get excited. And if you can't get excited, you can't get excited enough to have that recruiting spirit. You know, and it's not really recruiting, it's that sharing spirit. So it's the catch-22. But when you belong to a part of a cooperative that helps you make money, and you do make money, then your belief level really shifts from, I can't recruit, to, I'm not even trying to recruit. I'm just trying to tell people about something that if they only saw it, they will see what you see. And so you're going out there sharing it. And then people are seeing what you're seeing because now you're doing the activity of what recruiting is, you think recruiting is, which is just, how do I share it so the right people, like you, sees it and responds to it. So if you want to know that process, you know what, check out that webinar I did about creating funnels, and then you'll get a sense of, you know what, how you can start navigating in that world of, if you can't recruit, how to get that process going. But then if you really want to ramp this up to a level where you can actually start making money through that process of even learning how to do this recruiting thing, I want you to fill out that team build, especially if you've been online for a while and had no success. And you're going, maybe this is it for me. Because what else can I do? I could only join these passive income things that, you know what, I'm hoping they don't crash and burn. I'm hoping they're legit. I hope that this one that pops up is going to be the thing that sticks around. For me, I'm thinking when you get to be a certain age, you don't have the time, right, to recoup your losses. Maybe at a younger age, you could weather that storm. But as you get older, the time, you realize you don't have that time. And every bit that you lose, you realize what you could have done, right, with that money is to help you build forward. So check out the webinar. Fill out the team build if you're interested in seeing what a project like this is doing for people, with the idea that it's attracting some serious people in the industry. And so just to drop this on you, because I'm sure you're going, okay, is this, these things that are coming out that are launching anytime in February or March or whenever they're launched? I'm going to 100% guarantee that you haven't seen this. So this is not something, you know what, get in early and pre-register, and then I might tell you what it is, and then lock your spot in. Nothing like that. This is current. It's paying people. And when you see the urgency of what this is, that the longer you wait to try and find out what this is, you're going to be seeing it so much, and that you're going to miss the boat and wondering, why didn't I somehow get in the spirit of what this was, so I didn't miss it. So today, the idea I really wanted to kind of make this video about was recruiting. But I realized for me, and just to recap this, recruiting is nothing else but sharing. So you got to learn how to share. And most of the time, it's like, how do I do it? If I'm not verbally capable of sharing, what other methods can I use? And sharing is just getting the information out there. So you need to figure out how to get that out there. So you have to develop some skills. So whether it personally be you develop yourself, or you have a tool that you can use to get the word out until you personally can develop yourself to get the word out. So either way you choose, these are the methods that are available to us these days. Got to get the information out there. So you can either do it alone or be a part of a cooperative, which I like to be a part of. In a sense, shortcut that process of how do we share. Leverage someone else who knows how to share. In a sense, learn the process, and then you become in the driver's seat of sharing, and then everything starts just running smoothly. But if you try and push this process, I'm going to learn how to do this. I'm going to go on TikTok. I'm going to go on Facebook and crush it, right? I'm going to do all these things they tell me I should do. And then it doesn't happen, and you feel deflated. And guess what? There's no one there to help pick you up and say, okay, here's what we did wrong. Just do this, do that, right? And you get back on it. Because in the process of you failing, guess what? You didn't make any money. And now you're doubly deflated. You're deflated that you don't know what the heck you're doing, and then you didn't make any money. You're about to give up. In a cooperative structure, guess what? Because you have a team that helps you do this, the team is helping you do it. You're generating funds and you're learning this process in a fun way of how to do this. And then once you start doing this, right? Because now it becomes fun. Guess what? You start making some serious money that you couldn't, it's like, how did this start happening? It just starts rolling in. So that's the goal of what you're shooting for. Someone helps you to get to a point where you have that confidence and belief that you know with certainty that what you're doing is actually making a difference and you're making money with it. And when you get to that point, the introvert, like I am, becomes the person who wants to share everything that you know and just have conversations with people, because guess what? You're not trying to take anything from them. You're literally trying to share with them something that they don't know, that you personally know that if they knew what you know, they'd be so much better off at whatever they're wanting in life, especially if it comes to the finances in this world, you're right? We're doing online businesses, that they'd be so much further ahead. And so that's why when I come to folks and I said, you know what? I'm really an introvert. I don't like this stuff. I'm at a point where it's, even though I don't like this stuff of being camera stuff, talking and all that stuff, I'm just passionate about sharing because I realize that if the person that shared with me some information wasn't brave enough to go through a process of just trying to, you know what, how am I going to share this, right? And shared it somehow, either send out a lead capture page or somehow had a conversation with me, right? That I never know about such great opportunities that are under the radar that you don't know about. And it's only through people like us, people who actually don't want to scam people, people who seriously want us to win together. Win-win. If it's not a win-win, I don't want no parts of it, right? And there's other people that wants that. And until you connect with people like that, what ends up happening is we get scammed because people realize your vulnerabilities. Like they realized mine back in the day. I couldn't recruit. So guess what? Take my $1,000, right? Go get me some leads. Go build me a web page. Go do these things for me. And they don't care the end result. They figure, okay, give me $1,000. I got this done. Okay, whatever happens, happen. While you in the background suffer because you're just pouring monies into these things, feeding it, and nothing's coming out. So go check out that team build. Learn how to do it yourself, or definitely check out the team build that I'm a part of. And if it's something, that makes sense to you, then definitely we'd love to partner with you.